Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt is from 14 feet.
This is on a great line.
Yeah, good job. Nice par.
And this one gets the most improved award after the early few holes.
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par four to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Good look at birdie here. Okay, steady now. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Now 2 shots up after that one. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green. That's really not what we were looking for.
Second shot here on the 5th. And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
And a guaranteed birdie now for this player. Good stuff indeed.
It was on a good line.
A par putt on the table.
Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 10th.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one. He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. This putt is 16 feet to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Ouch, that hurts.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, well done. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 4 feet to the cup. He's currently sitting in first place. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
That wasn't your best effort, was it?
Putting for a par here. Yeah, we'll take that.
Sitting at 1 over for the day. The front 9 at TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not a big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that third shot so much easier into this tiny green.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh, right by the hole. An opportunity to make their par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. The back 9 at TPC Sawgrass starts off with a shortish par 4, but it really requires accuracy off the tee.
It does. I've seen a lot of players try and challenge the tee shot down the left-hand side. That's a huge no-no. Just bail out to the right, leave your second shot just a little bit further back, and you'll be rewarded with a fairly straightforward shot into a green that has some mounding, but overall fairly gentle. That dog will hunt.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Pretty good shot there.
Trying to get back to even par with this putt.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that will drop in for birdie. and just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
And this player is really going after it here, Rich.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup. Ah, that's frustrating. This one's for bogey.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
So many different levels to this green on the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in 1, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And back to the play, shall we?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Bit too heavy-handed there. That's just about 3 feet away. Oh, just missed.
Putting for a bogey.
In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in second place.
Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's just inside the range.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog. It's tracking.
Oh, so close.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is currently enjoying an 8-shot advantage. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Ooh. And this putt coming up for his par. Well hold. Let's move on.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second.
Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Nicely done. To win the Players' Championship, you've got to run the gauntlet, Rich. Here we are with that big testing second shot at 16.
The water down the right-hand side is very obvious. What's not obvious are the grass bunkers on the left-hand side. You hit it in those, no guarantee of getting up and down. If you take on the green and find it, then you're almost guaranteed a birdie 4.
Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Three feet to go here to the hole. Unfortunately, that'll be a 3-putt par there.
An extraordinary performance. This player is now 12 strokes in front of the field.
The par 3 17th, one of the most famous holes in all of golf. The Island Green, one of Pete Dye's, but really Alice Dye's masterpiece.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
A tidy looking shot, that one. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trying to get to even par with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. What's in front of them, Henny?
Has to put this one downhill.
Okay, steady now.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
And now that finds him in first place. When you feel like you've survived the 17th, you stand on the 18th tee and you think to yourself, where do I hit this?
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
Putting for birdie. It was on a good line. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 3 feet to the cup. And another round safely in the books. Well, that was a stout performance all day, and they're going to find themselves with the lead.
Always good to be out in first place. That means you can afford to make a mistake tomorrow, but you don't want to make too many of them with the chasing back and lurking behind.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next.
Delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Should be a lot of nerves. They got the lead. They've been sleeping on it overnight. That is never an easy thing to do. Almost an uncomfortable situation at times, but they are playing well, so they have that confidence going into the final round. But this is going to be a tough afternoon ahead.
Oh, I'm fired up too, Rich. Let's see how this one plays out. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Time for the second shot into the first. Chosen the pitching wedge here. That was special. A 7-footer right here. Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for his par. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
And after that hole, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard with Xander Schauffele in second.
And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Going for this green in two, Rich. It's an exciting but daunting task.
The green is minuscule from back in the fairway. You know that you have a little bit room over to the left, but you're going to fall off into a low area. And if you miss it out to the right, you're going to find a very deep bunker on the right-hand side of the green. There's really no great miss around here, but if you're going to go for it, you have to know that your short game is going to bail you out no matter where you miss it.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
Just the start they were looking for, Luke.
Here we are at the third.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. Let's see what happens here on the fourth.
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. How close was that to going down? And he needs this to save par. Oh, so close.
Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Good shot there, Beamer. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. Ooh, right by the hole. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just a 4-footer remaining. Oh, just missed. This next putt is for bogey.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Second shot here on the 6th. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
This one is chewing fiber.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be nervous playing John Rahm, but it doesn't appear that way after this approach shot.
Just didn't drop. It's just about 3 feet away. Nicely holed and for par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it.
This is on a stupendous line.
Well, that should limit the damage. Nicely done. Sitting at 2 over for the event. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9.
Awesome stuff.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Right at it from out of the bunker. And they'll tap this in for birdie. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Tee shot is looking good here.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
And from around 135 yards.
That's a pretty handy shot. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Trying to get back to even par with this putt. That was a gallant attempt. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. currently in first position. Time to tee off on the 11th.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers on the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
This is looking pretty good in the air.
That's inside the house of opportunity. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Par 4, 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
And from the greenside rough here.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Oh, that's frustrating. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for bogey.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Well, 13. That's unlucky for some, Rich.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
And this is an extremely long putt. We might even have to hinge on this one.
Little birdie look in here.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
This putt is for double bogey. And there may be some cracks starting to appear in this player's foundation. They've just dropped a double bogey.
Now on the tee of a long par 4.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9. And it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
And he's hit that inside the range. And he's down there. You got to read.
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
That putt went a bit long there.
You're not too sure what they were seeing there, but they didn't get it correct, did they?
No, that's too bad. Just about 8 feet left to the hole.
And makes it for the bogey.
Sitting at 4 over for the event. This hole is a par 4.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
It's just about 3 feet away. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Rich fortune favours the brave at TPC Sawgrass, but no more than here at the 16th.
You better be confident in what your abilities are, because if you get it wrong, you'll find out in a hurry with this second shot here at 16. You miss it right, you're in the drink. You miss it left, you're going to be in some mounds. You can catch a nasty lie, and that's not any place you want to be. It really is a difficult shot from over on the left-hand side. One of the most underrated, difficult shots on this golf course. However, you're brave, find the center of the green, make eagle, life's good.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
Oh, so close. This is a par putt. Okay, let's head to the next. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Nicely done. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. Yeah, that's disappointing. I was expecting you to hold that. All right, one down. Let's see if they can take the next opportunity to close out the win. I know you're disappointed, but don't let it affect your head. Make the next one. Don't sweat that last opportunity. And that'll do it, Rich. Players Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.